right, boys, here it looks like we're ready for that interview, so I'm going to go and throw it over to the interview stage.
It's more about what you didn't do.
Well, welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2017. I am Darkman, and with me here is the Secrets of Grindia runners who just completed their run. Ivan, Mr. Weebles, welcome, guys.
Thank you. Hey.
I think I've seen you before, Weebles. Have we interviewed before? Or
I
something?
don't. You asked me about all photos.
I did.
That's a good run.
Well,
That is a good run. Maybe the best run.
Okay, well, we'll get to that later then. Okay.
All right.
All right, first off, Secrets of Grindia. Now, I don't know if you guys mentioned it on stream, but I know you guys have a kind of interesting story about how you guys picked up that game. So if you guys want to kind of talk to me a little bit about that. How did you find this game?
Do you remember which one it was?
Oh,
Yeah, the number.
it was one Pi was in because it was his game.
Yeah. So we came across it
It might have been
in
6
a
or
mystery
7.
tournament. Join MTX.
Join
and it was just like play through the tutorial basically. We went through it and thought it was awesome and bought it immediately.
Yep.
And we started playing arcade mode and got owned consistently.
Awesome.
It took us about, it was like 3 weeks of trying it to beat like the first 3 floors or
Yeah.
so. It's brutal because you just die so
really
fast,
is.
you can't make any mistakes. I mean, you saw during the run where my health bar just like dropped from full to nothing, like in a couple of swings.
Yeah. I mean, like, kind of talk to me. Like, so this is like basically a roguelike type game. I mean, how does that kind of factor into speed running? Because obviously things are changing throughout every run. It's not the same thing every time. How do you kind of adapt to that when you're learning how to speed run this game?
I mean, besides the bosses, like the mobs on the floors don't change too much, but you get used to the bosses once you start fighting them a lot. So.
Okay. It's kind of like a few, I guess, relatively set patterns and just kind of adjusting to the subtle
Yeah, I
differences.
mean the bosses don't change much, but it's just the normal floors that do.
Okay.
If you've ever played Necrodancer, you learn in that game that you sort of like learn how to dance with every monster, of
Yeah.
how to defeat them.
Sure.
In this game, it's like that to a much lesser extent. Like you can get a hit stun on things with a melee attack, which gives you enough time to follow it up with a cast, and you can do combos like that. It only works on specific enemies, and you have to learn which ones to like kite and which ones to just smack once and go for. It's just things like that.
Fair enough.
But
So,
mostly play hot hands.
Oh yeah.
Just play hot hands.
okay.
Yeah,
That makes
there's a
sense.
whole lot more spells that we just don't use, but
Yeah. So, okay, so, Mr. Weebles, the most important question. Why did you not decide to put your partner in the dumpster and decide to kill him?
Well, we wiped a lot in practice, and it made me think that I should probably do it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to make sure that Ivan remembers his place, that
course.
his home is in fact in the dumpster.
Yes.
But I think he knows. I think he's aware.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
All right, well,
uh-oh.
I'll have to remind you.
Now,
I'll sort him out.
now, Ivan, important question.
Mm-hmm.
What were you thinking when you decided Mr. Weebles as your partner?
What
just,
were you
He's
thinking?
just entertaining.
I guess.
He's just fun to play with.
But you knew ahead of time that he may, at any point, decide
yeah.
to kill you.
Yeah, but I mean,
You just got to accept that.
yeah, it comes with who he
Yeah.
is. So
That's fair. So, kind of talk to me. Now, I know, Weebles, you've kind of had a little experience racing, maybe a little co-op, but I don't think I've seen you do a co-op run before, Ivan, for a GDQ.
I don't think so, no.
What's kind of the difference? Like, you've obviously done a few runs for GDQs as a solo or in a race, but what's kind of the difference?
I don't know. I think co-op runs are a lot more fun. I'd like to see more of them in GDQs, but I don't know. I'd rather be doing these than a race or a solo run anyway.
Fair enough. What do you like about co-op run, Mr. Weebles?
Well, it's just, so like if you play this game solo, there's a really good chance that if you make a mistake, it's just over. But what's nice about it being co-op is that it's just like, there's so much more room for error, and the margin of error is just like, I don't know, there's just a lot more flexibility, because it's hard enough for one person to be perfect for a really long time, but
Yeah.
for 2 people to be perfect, or for 4 or whatever for the game, it's just, it just becomes impossible, and it's really nice to have a speed game with like a little bit of flexibility in it.
Sure.
Yeah, and we were talking about doing a possible 3 or 4 person co-op run with this, but after 2 people, like all the enemies start getting more health, and you start getting more super enemies, and it just gets. I don't think we've done a full 3-person run. We definitely haven't done 4.
I think I beat 3-player once, and if you check the leaderboards, there's like 2 groups of 4 people who have ever cleared it. It's just crazy.
It's really rough.
Because it's just so chaotic.
Okay. All right, so I do have a question from Twitter. A very special person has sent this question over, so I'm just gonna show it right here. It's our good friend Nox's Best. You guys may have heard of him.
That guy, yeah.
And
Who's
he
that?
asks, nobody important. He asks, what spell is your favorite in the game? Weebles, you're first.
The bees!
Unbelievable.
Ivan, what's your favorite?
I was gonna say the
Have
bees.
a different one.
I was gonna say the bees. That was my spell.
Oh, you gotta pick something.
It can't be the same.
Oh my gosh.
Not the bees.
I mean, I guess I'll go meteor then.
That's lame. It's nowhere near as cool as
It's
the
not
bees.
as I wanted the bees. It was my idea to use the bees in the first place.
All right, okay. So, like, talk to me kind of like about the spell diversity in this game. There's obviously a huge amount of spells going on. Like, how does that kind of play into the run? Does that kind of mean like there's a lot of like routing options with it, or is it kind of set because of what is good and what isn't?
Well, when we were first trying to just clear arcade mode, we used the bees, just because you can throw a bunch of them out and they just automatically track enemies, and we can just run around and avoid everything. And that seemed like a good idea, except it's really slow.
It's so slow.
It's very slow.
It's terrible.
But it works, and bees are great. I
Yep.
like the bees.
Bees are good.
That was how we first cleared it.
Yeah, there's 4 different like groups of spells, and there's one group for like fire, there's one group for ice, and there's one for
Earth and air.
Earth and air. And every like group has like a little pet. Like we had the ice guy running around with us. Every group has a pet except for
Fire.
Earth. Earth doesn't have a pet.
Yeah, it's got little plant guys.
Oh, those don't count.
What? It has the summon tag on it. Of course they count.
Whatever.
It's a summon.
Fine. Yeah, fire doesn't either, but fire's just overpowered anyway.
Yep, pretty much. But yeah, there's a bunch of different passive skills as well that encourage you to do like really goofy things. So like, there's one that is your next physical attack, like a melee skill, at following a spell cast, like comes out faster or does extra damage or something. So you could play some sort of build where you like go crit, use ice spells to freeze things, and then when you hit something that's frozen, you get a guaranteed crit, and then use a big single swing skill with a big 2-hander.
That's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, we never
Bunch
even
of
talked
damage,
about the
and just
melee
like shatter
stuff.
combo or something.
Because there's stuff like where you can throw your weapons too.
Yeah, sword throw is pretty legit.
Cool.
Except for when you don't have a sword afterward.
That's
Yeah, you
not
have to go
really,
pick it back up out of the ground.
That's not really legit then.
I mean, when we were playing with it before, we would like walk into a room, one person would just chuck his sword into the middle and clear out like everything. Like it would just one-shot everything it hit.
Yeah.
And then everyone else would just clean up the mess.
Oh, okay.
Bees.
And that would just be the room.
Fair enough. All right, so Ivan, you have a run later on.
I do.
Super Metroid.
I do.
Are you a bit nervous for that one, or you a little bit more calm now that you got your first run out of the way?
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a good race.
Weebles, you have nothing going on for the rest of the marathon. How happy are you?
Pretty happy.
Okay.
I am pretty happy.
Awesome. All right, now the most important heavy-hitting question right here, Weebles. I asked you this at AGDQ 16. I'll ask you again. When is Harvest Moon 64 all photos?
Good question.
Birthday stream?
Ooh.
Sounds like a good time.
Nice. I like it. Ivan, when's home improvement?
That game sucks.
I think that's a good note to end the interview on. So once again, I am Darkman. Mr. Weebles, Ivan, just completed the Secrets of Grindia co-op run. And coming up next, I'm going to throw it to the host. Going to take it over from there. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. That was a really funny
Yeah, guys.
interview. Much appreciated. So we are going to read a few donations and such while we're still setting up Hyper Light Drifter with Munchakoopas. In the meantime, I do want to point out that we do have some really cool prizes. If you're interested in getting those, we have the AGDQ banner for the Independence Day, as well as a Hyper Light Drifter shirt, Hyper Light Drifter posters, as well as that really cool PS4 Pro VR bundle with 10 games. If you want to get in on those prizes, you just have to donate the minimum amount for that. So go ahead and get your donations in.
Yeah.
And we have a $200 donation from Cash Guy 20. It says, never seen Mighty Number 9. Might as well see it for the first time on the hardest difficulty. AGDQ is making my work week much more bearable. You guys rock. Well, thank you so much for the 200, and I think you're really going to enjoy that run. It's actually very, very entertaining, so super excited for that.
There's a bunch of stuff like that. Do you guys get the bug where
We also have $30 from SS Holland.
cannot go on top of the big rock?
Love what you guys are doing. I've been watching for a few years now, and it really warms my heart to see so many people chip in for a great cause. Keep it up, and on that note, let's kill those animals. Oh, and that's actually a really good point. Last time I was on the mic, Kill the Animals was actually in the lead, but it looks like it has gone back the other way. So Save the Animals is currently $2,823.88 ahead of Kill the Animals. So if you want to change that for our awesome Super Metroid run, make sure you donate. And really, we should definitely kill the animals. I mean, it's pretty important to save those frames for that run. So if you want to change that, get those donations in. We also do have those Mighty Number 9 incentives coming up, including the Play the Ray DLC that is currently at $479 out of $3,000. If you want to also see that DLC, go ahead and get that in. And the Maniac difficulty is also really, really close. We're 7,664 out of 9,000. So we're only about 1,350 off of Maniac difficulty, which is crazy. So if you want to see it on the really, really hard difficulty, go ahead and donate for that. And we have a $50 donation from Scromby. Longtime viewer, but first time having to miss for work. Good thing the VODs get me through workday. Thank you to everybody for putting on such a great event. Put this donation towards the Sly Cooper Glitch exhibition. And let me do a quick checkup on that. Looks like that is currently at $5,250 out of the $7,000, and still on the way. All right, we have $200 from the Legend, half coordinated. Says, good luck to Muncha on this absurdly difficult Hyper Light Drifter run. You're the best, Muncha. This goes towards 0 XP for Ori, because I want to hear Vula noises as he suffers, dag nabbit. Much appreciated, Half. Thank you so much. Sitting right there in the audience. Thank you, thank you. We have $100 from Co. Hyper Light Drifter is one of my favorite games from my childhood, even though it was released last year and I'm 35. Same. Thank you, thank you. Also, we do have some sponsors for this event. Megfest holds video game music concerts all over America and soon the world. Megfest holds gaming events year-round with a flagship event every winter in Washington, D.C. And Megfest's first major West Coast event is coming to Santa Clara this August. Megfest Laboratories, the Megfest Science Fair. Contribute your experiment. And Megfest's flagship event pulls in 20,000 people for 4 days of non-stop gaming and music. So make sure to check out Megfest. It appears that we're still getting set up here for Hyperlight. So we have a $10 donation from Hebrew Lantern. chilling in my hotel room after an awesome Megfest. Well, that's good timing. Watching some awesome games, done awesomely quick. Go Runners. Thank you. And $5 from Covert Muffin. May the dashes be swift, the clips be seamless, and the bosses be gentle. I believe in you, Muncha. You got this. And we have $15 from M-Kid Trigun. Hyperlight Drifter was one of the best releases of 2016. I'm so hyped for this New Game Plus run. And $10 from Skip. I've been watching GDQ's live for years now. Love everything about it. Keep up the great work, and let's kill those animals. Thank you, Skip. And we have a $10.19 donation from Slender Max. Hyperlight Drifter was my favorite game of 2016. I'm so excited to see this run. Good luck to Munchakoopas. Show everyone how amazing this game is, and also save the animals. I'm not going to say that's the wrong choice, but you might be wrong. However, the donations are against my opinion on that. But maybe we can make that change. We also have $10 from BioSpark45, donating just for the Dragon Crystal music on the stream. As a kid, none of my friends ever heard of the Sega Master System. They thought it was, something that didn't even exist. Good luck to all the runners, and the incentive goes to the reader's choice. Great, so I would like that to go to the Cornerstone incentive, which is coming up during the awful GDQ block tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and do that. And as a reminder, break times are a great time to watch the Pinball Done Quick side stream at twitch.tv/pinballjoe. And all of the sub-dollars from that channel will benefit the Prevent Cancer Foundation. So if you're interested in some pinball, go ahead and check out the stream. And we have $25 from Basmif. It says, this is for the Ori 0 XP incentives, simply because I want half coordinated to get to see the category that he wants. Let me take a look at that incentive, actually. 1 second. That is a really cool category, actually. I do like the 0 XP. So the current bid war is between the Definitive Edition Oreo or 0 XP. Currently, the Oreo run is winning at $3,498.66, roughly $650 above the 0 XP run. So if you want to see that 0 XP instead, make sure to get those donations in before Ori starts here after Hyperlight Drifter. All right, we have $10 from Leonyon, or Leonyon. There we go. Hey, Muncha, you're the guy that made me start speedrunning, and it's awesome to see you run on the big stage again. Thanks for being such a great inspiration, and good luck on the Hyperlight Drifter run. We have $25 from Cool Fruit. Super excited for this Hyperlight Drifter run. Lost a fair few hours to this game, as well as many handfuls of hair. This game is awesomely frustrating, as well as hauntingly beautiful. Can't wait to watch Muncha show it off. We have a $20 donation from Amayomi, or Amayomi. Greetings, everybody, and thanks for an awesome event as always. Looking forward to the Hyperlight Drifter run. Here is to Mighty Number 9 Maniac difficulty. Awesome. Super excited for that if we make that donation incentive. And my man, my little Mikey, donated $35. Save lives, kill the animals. Thank you so much. Getting us closer to the correct ending. Arguably and objectively correct ending. We have $10 from Ether86. People keep worrying about the fate of animals, while the super hard Undertale boss fight still has miles to go. Make it happen. Let me take a look at that incentive as well while we're still setting up here. Looks like we are at 18,517 of the 100,000 for the hard genocide boss. That will be happening at the end of the marathon if we meet that incentive. So if you do want to put money towards that, go ahead and do so. All right, we have $50 from Flynn Neary. It says Stoke for Hyperlight. This game got style, friends. Thank you. And we have $10 from Jesse S. that says, really enjoying watching AGDQ with my wife and one-year-old son. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to seeing this Hyperlight Drifter run. And from what I understand, it looks like we are ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this over to Muncha and the Couch crew to get Hyperlight Drifter started. And we also have the devs, or a couple of the devs, on the line here. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome Alex Preston and Teddy Deef to the stream. And once we throw it over, we'll get it going. So there you go. Go ahead and say hi to the devs, folks. Hello, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Alex,
Hello.
Teddy, can you hear me?
Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Okay,
Great.
perfect. So, introductions. I'm Munchakoopas. Joining me is Jeremy from
Hi.
commentary. This is going to be New Game Plus All Bosses. I'm going to name this file after my good friend Mumu Akai. And I'll leave a countdown if you guys are ready.
I hear you guys.
Now you don't hear us?
Uh-oh.
You're very quiet.
They can't hear us.
Yeah, we can't hear streamers.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Hi, Muncha.
Hello, Alex.
Hey.
Nice to talk to
Hey,
you
can
again.
you hear us?
Super low. Oh, that's better. That's better. Keep turning that up.
Okay.
Cool, testing 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Testing.
Coming with the loudness. Sort of better.
Testing 1, 2. This is Hyperlight Drifter. Hello?
Yeah, like 40% loudness now.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm going to dash around for a while, I guess. Well, actually, I'm just going to move the menu a little while, make some annoying noises.
Got
Testing.
nothing.
Nothing?
Can they hear us?
So, okay.
All right, looks like we're going to go ahead and get this set back up. Sounds like we had some technical difficulties. So, in the meantime, looks like we have $75 from Moon Cine. I backed Hyperlight Drifter on Kickstarter based on how gorgeous the trailer was alone. glad it turned into such an awesome game. Had to wake up a little early to donate during this one. Well, thank you so much for the donation. That's very generous. We have $15.50 from Joel Castelli. Thanks everyone for this amazing marathon. Also want to give a shout out to my wife Jessica and to all other partners out there who aren't into speedrunning, but support us watching and donating to this incredible cause anyway. Cheers! So we have $30 from Jamza. Just hit 5 years cancer free myself. Love what you guys are doing. So hyped for this hyper light drifter run. And we have $400 from Caitlin Gadd, tossing some money in the pot to share Vooligin's strange speedrun noises with the world. Munchakoopas, best of luck with your drifter run. We have $20 from Spryuzaki. It says, we can dash if we want to. We can leave your frames behind. Because your frames don't dash, and if they don't dash, then there are no frames of mine. Sid. And it keeps going. Thank you for the donation. We have $133.37 donation from Kebab Skull. Hyper Light Drifter was easily my game of the year 2016. Looking forward to see Munchakoopas making swift work of it. We have $100 from Ethan, C226. So excited to see you run a Hyperlight Drifter. After playing this game for the first time, it inspired me to finally start my own game development studio. Hopefully one day in the future, y'all will be doing a run of one of my games at a Games Done Quick event. $100 from Poyo the Mighty. Ori was a beautiful experience to play through. Now let's break it. Oreo all the way for the version incentive for the bid war. We have $10 anonymous donation that says, this is my first donation ever and I decided to give it to a good cause. Plus, what you guys are doing is absolutely awesome. Carry on with the good work. Well, thank you so much for throwing your first donation this way. All right, we have $20 from Bailnay. Awesome, Hyperlight Drifter. I picked the game up recently and I'm terrible at it, so I'm really looking forward to watching the run and feeling bad about myself. All right, sounds like we are set back up and ready to go. So I'm going to throw it back over to Muncha, the couch, and the devs, and let them take over from here. Okay, looks like we aren't ready. All right, well, I'll keep reading donations then. We have $50 from Matt V. Absolutely love the event and the cause. Keep up the good work and stay speedy. $50 from Shish. I've lost enough friends already. Kill cancer and save the animals. And $15 from Hexahedronaut. Hey everybody, thank you all for organizing this event. I lost my grandpa just 2 months ago, so let's beat cancer together. Hyperlight Drifter instantly became one of my all-time favorites, so I'm super hyped for this run. Donation goes to the Undertale Genocide boss. Good luck to you all. All right, I am being told that we are ready. So I'm going to throw it back over to Muncha, and we'll get this started. Let's throw it over.
Alex, Teddy, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Fantastic.
All
All right.
then.
Let's do this thing.
All right. This is New Game Plus All Bosses. Are you ready for the timer? All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
Oh my god.
First things first, I skipped the opening cutscene. I'm sorry, Alex. I love this cutscene. So I'm going to go pretty fast here, and right off the bat, I'm going to start cheating, aka out of bounds. So just give me a brief moment here.
You guys didn't intend walls to really exist in this game, right? Yeah, just like that.
So if you're wondering how I got out of bounds, well, I opened the door, I got on the floor, and then I walked the dinosaur. So the chain dash mechanic that you're seeing is part of New Game Plus. You start out with all the characters' regular abilities. The white bar in the top left corner is my stamina, which is what all my abilities run off of. So as long as I have stamina, I can dash and do a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, by the way, Alex, did you know that the Drifter can fly?
I don't think they can hear us. I can't hear them.
We can, like, sort of hear you.
Oh, there he goes, right across the screen.
I'll keep going.
We can imagine the things the devs are saying.
And another one.
Whoosh.
Whoa.
All right, so the main goal of this game is I need to go to the north, south, east, and west and unlock a bunch of things so that I can access the final boss. And since this is all bosses, I will be fighting the bosses, which are very, very difficult to do. So this is the first module of the game. I need 4 of these in every area to unlock the final area. And then there's, I need to unlock a pillar later on. We'll get to that in a bit. So other parts of New Game Plus, I only have 2 health. So practically everything will kill me in 1 hit.
That's the idea.
And he also has all the power-ups that you usually spend so much of the game getting. Like the chain dash.
Ooh, okay. Don't chain when I don't want you to. All right, so we're just gonna proceed over here to go to an elevator. And then we're gonna fight some baddies. Jeremy, would you like to go over combat for me?
Yeah, so one of the main combat strats we're using is called plinking, which is if you slash your sword, you can cancel it almost immediately afterwards with a gunshot, and that'll help you deal damage really, really quickly. And we're going to see that a lot up here with a bunch of enemies that if he gets hit at all, they will kill him pretty much instantly. And these areas behind these pillars here we usually call arenas because you have to kill all the enemies in there before it'll let you out. Let's just see how he does here.
We didn't realize that you could do that plinking strategy until we saw the first speed run.
Now this is a pink door skip. So if you open one of the pink doors, stand back a bit, wait 5 seconds, and then you can go through walls.
And this trick is called select buffering. Basically, it allows me to move around during the module cutscene. Anyway, we're going to do another red door clip down here, and this is going to skip an arena as well as a door that normally requires a key to unlock.
I'm very bad at this trick. Whoop.
Teddy, no working, and you're having fun.
You guys can hear us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let me in there. Come on.
One more time.
You can do it.
Hey,
There
we
he
got
goes.
it.
Oh.
Now, when he's out of bounds like this, there's
Ooh.
sort of an invisible map that of areas that you're allowed to stand on in the darkness. And if you stand for too long, I think it's about 3 seconds, the darkness will kill you. Why does the darkness kill you, guys?
Because we put that bit in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It's not very nice.
We noticed that like towards like after release that people could get into the walls, and we didn't want to insta kill you because for most players it would be an accident. So
Right.
We give you a couple seconds to figure it out.
But if you sit down or use a health kit, it resets that timer.
Yeah.
Or if you bonk into a wall with a dash.
So,
Well, you know
unfortunately,
what?
So thanks for that.
The sit state is kind of
Ooh.
a weird piece of code, and it allows some strange things to happen.
okay,
There's a lot of code in the Drifter.
unfortunately, since I died, I have to actually go back up that elevator, or I can't go out of bounds again for some reason. I don't know why. Oh God, why?
Live, Muncha, live. It's one of the more difficult rooms in the game, I think. And you select buffers back up.
I don't really know what you're doing there.
They all look very angry.
He said he's doing it so he can move during the module cutscene.
Oh.
If you hit select before while the little rectangle's filling up, then you can keep on mashing it while the cutscene's going to do movement. And here he's going to do another out of bounds. And if you dash just at the right spot near the wall, then you can go behind the wall and through the
There we go.
door trigger to get into the next area. There's also a weird kill plane kind of rectangle right behind the door, so you're gonna dash above it. We see you
Breaking
put it
it
there.
down.
All right.
Our video game is so rock solid.
It's amazing.
Perfectly programmed.
Thanks, buddy.
Look, a puppy.
And there's a little dog.
Come back, puppy.
And there's the pink drifter. We usually just call him the pink drifter, but there's a special name for him in the code itself. I think you guys call him the badass drifter.
That is
That's
true.
right.
All right. Here's the door that requires 3 modules for me to open. I'm going to spin here for a bit. And that's kind of a theme you'll see in every area. I need to get 3 modules to then get to the boss and then continue through the area. But we have a little bit of time where I'm just going to fight some enemies and dash around. Is there anything you guys want to talk about involving the game?
I have like a teeny anecdote that just came to mind, which is that I remember us all watching AGDQ like during development. And I think it was like at least halfway through. I remember this, and I remember like we started talking more often about the way we were coding things and whether certain weirdnesses that most players wouldn't see, but maybe there could be some unexpected behaviors. Like we kind of were okay with that because we liked watching speed runs where unexpected things were happening. And
So that was the frog skip there, where you do a damage boost off of an incoming enemy projectile.
That was my favorite trick that I saw. The first speed run was that.
Yeah, it's
damage
pretty great. And here's a big mean frog guy who's eating some mice, and it's kind of bloody. And we're gonna beat him up because you guys donated it. And if you stand in just the right spot, he won't hurt you at all.
Cheat boss.
It's okay.
And he's
We did
dead.
spend a daytime on that.
And Mr. Frog explodes. And there he goes.
Easy every time.
Yep.
All right, this is the pillar. This is the other thing I need to activate in this area. There's one of these in every area. So now that I've turned on the giant play button, let's continue.
What do you guys call those? Do you call them pillars as well?
What do we call them by the end? Towers.
Yeah, they're just towers.
Yeah.
Oop. My bad.
And here we get the shotgun, which is probably one of the more powerful guns in the game.
Yeah.
It just allows you to do a lot of damage really quickly. But it only has 3 shots compared to the
my personal
regular pistols
favorite.
5.
Okay, I've activated the 4th module in the area, which normally starts a cutscene. However, if you teleport away, you skip the cutscene. So I'm done with the east now. So if you like this area, I'm very sorry.
It's gone.
It's my favorite.
It's so beautiful.
So the shotgun is very important because, like Jeremy says, it does a lot of damage. It actually does as much damage as a charge slash at point-blank range. Charge slash was the big swing you saw me do earlier on the boss. You may have also seen a projectile shield, which is, again, another one of my abilities. I actually generally don't want that ability to activate because, again, everything uses stamina, and I need my stamina to either move around or to kill enemies quickly. So we don't actually have much to discuss as we move north here. These coughs are scripted. You can skip them by dashing over the area where they happen, but it's kind of hard to do. I guess, anything you guys want to talk about involving the north?
Well, the north was the first section that we actually made, and then we ripped it apart later on when we totally converted the way that we made levels. So it was built twice.
Did you guys use like an internal level editor? Because I remember seeing some unused graphical assets, like icons for a level editor.
Yeah, Teddy can talk about the level editor.
Yeah, I think Mo originally conceived of it, but it's something we built over and over. But it, it allowed Alex and Casey and Lisa as level designers to like draw freehand the space, which is why a lot of the shapes of the world are not tile-based. Like our level editor is not at all tile-based. We're actually going to be showing a live demo of it at GDC this year.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That'll be good to see.
Unfortunately, I died again. Game dropped my dash input, so the wolves got to me.
Those dogs are mean.
This game actually has an autosave feature that is supposed to happen at the beginning of every room, but if you would move past it too quickly, you skip the autosave. So I actually should have saved at the start of this room I'm in now.
Ah.
And there we go.
That's because we don't let it save for a few frames.
Ah. That makes sense. Here's Pinky.
I think there was a reason for it.
Somewhere
There
along
was
the
a very
line.
specific reason for it.
Yeah.
No, it always feels really good when you get to do those multiple dashes at once. Usually he only wants to do 2 or 3 at any given time, because if you do more than 3, or if you do more than 2, I think, I forget which it exactly is, then you run the risk of being able to bonk into walls and losing a couple seconds there. Or when you stop, you actually slide to a stop. So you can go past where you wanted to.
This area is incredibly dangerous because coming up there's some enemies that all their attacks will kill me instantly. This guy's going to raise the roof for a second. Oh, he chose not to. Okay.
I've never seen him not do that.
Well, peace out, bird brain.
There's a 1 in 10,000 chance to not do it.
Really?
No.
That'd
He
be
has
amazing.
complete real AI, actually.
He is a sentient being.
He's tired.
He gets stressed when he's being streamed.
All right, here I'm going to skip an arena and get to the boss a little bit earlier than intended.
When these pillars come up, if you
Come
kind
on.
of stand inside of them, then they allow you to get out of bounds.
Oh, what a skip. Skip like most of this region now.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Did you guys intend this to be the first region that most players go to?
It was kind of open. Like we direct the player in subtle ways visually to go either north or east first. But you can go west if you want.
Because generally,
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel
by
like-
far this is the most difficult boss is in the north.
We've definitely gotten that complaint.
I think the West boss is the most difficult personally, but that's just me.
People have trouble with cubes.
okay. So coming up is the next boss, which in the community we call her Priscilla. Priscilla the parrot.
But
Still the parrot.
but in the game itself, it's called Jerk Pope, and you will soon see why. It's a giant bird in a Pope hat, and he's a big jerk.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sure.
And there he is. He is very unpredictable. Interestingly, it actually gets easier as you go because the patterns of these blocks that will kill you instantly, like you just saw, they get a lot more predictable as the fight goes on.
One of the nice things about our game not having any words is that we could just ship the game without having to come up with other boss names.
Yeah.
Alex, did you have any names for these other than the ones we ended up with?
Yeah, we actually in the Steam cards. We
Yeah, the
some
Hierophant
basic-
and
yeah, the
Tarot
Hierophant.
card inspired names.
Oh, right.
And then we have some internal official names, but code names are always fun.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
nice.
Wow.
Turns out he was just a normal bird in a big suit.
Aren't we all?
I mean, I am. I don't know about you.
If we have some time after the run's done, there's a really cool skip that we might be able to show off for this area.
Oh, Munchak, congratulations on your new Dash Challenge record.
Thank you. I need to beat that 10,000 score that guy got on keyboard and mouse.
Jeez.
But I mean,
Alex, he beat 5,000 with controller.
Oh man. I hope his hands don't get.
too late. It's So, Boix, if you want to sneak in a donation or two while I finish up this area,
Yeah.
feel free.
Sounds good. So we have 25 from Grimelios. It says Oreo confirmed the most delicious category. This for the Ori and the Blind Forest run coming up next. The bid incentive for that actually, Oreo is currently ahead only by about $70 or so, which is not very much at all. So if you want to see 0 XP instead of Oreo, you can donate for that before that run comes up. We also have $50 from Jay Hobbs that just says, "Go Muncha!"
Thank you, J. Hobbs. Next, we'll be going west, and if this door cliff will cooperate with me, we'll get there a little sooner. Oh, I'm going through this door every time because there's a cutscene.
It's a cutscene. If you go down, it'll
There we go.
try to show you that here's what modules are, and this is the thing you need to collect. But we already know that, so we try to skip it.
I want to know how fast you can beat the Drifter soccer kid.
Oh yeah,
Well, he's pure evil, so
he's too good.
Evil.
I like his mom just standing by the sidelines.
I've had some very angry emails about that soccer kid.
none of them were from me, right?
No.
Good.
I still remember on day of release, the first Steam post I saw on our forum was the dash challenge is the worst thing I've ever seen in any video game. And I was like, thanks.
But it's fun.
We did our job.
All right, after this room, oh, go ahead.
The dash challenge used to be 1,000, and then I talked Teddy down because he really put that 1,000 in there. Like, Teddy, that's insane. People are going to get really angry.
All right,
I feel like
sweet.
Oh, there we go. That's called the transition clip. If you stand right at the barrier of a transition, you can dash downwards and go out of bounds again. Walls in this game are just a suggestion, really.
Rip Dirk, you will be missed.
That little guy just blew up over there. Trees are even a suggestion.
All right, this room is actually locked from the the outside, so there's no way out of here. Or is there?
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know.
Oh,
let's
you'll
find
see.
out.
Spence.
What does he know? Does he know things? Let's find out.
Bye.
Oh, no.
If you get inside a crystal, it has about 5 seconds until it respawns, so you can stand in the middle of it and then bonk into a wall with your dash and get out of bounds again.
Go. We're going to be doing another one of those in just a moment. And again, I just break the crystal and wait for it to reform, which is signified by the flashing you see on the ground. You can actually do it with just one perfect dash, but it's really hard to do.
Devs, about how long did it take to design each area?
Oh gosh. I mean, it's like months and months of labor to get an area right, because first you have to design the levels, then we play test internally, and then we do multiple play tests with friends and trusted sources, and then after that, you know, once we're satisfied with the level design, we have to do dressing for it, meaning lighting and getting all the objects in place and all that stuff. So any individual region that you go to is, you know, like 8-9 months of work at least.
Here, puppy.
Nope. Bye, puppy.
Paprecito. Bless you.
He coughed when the drifter coughed.
I'm just going to cut in real quick. So as soon as this Hyper Light Drifter run is over, we are closing that Ori bid war. So if you want to get in, it has to be before this run is over.
Now the dog disappears. Where does he go?
Magic. It's a magic zone.
The forbidden magic zone. Does the
He was
pink
there all
drifter
along.
own the dog? Is the dog friends with the pink drifter?
No, I wouldn't say there's any friendship going on there.
We're coming up on the next boss, and I'm going to want full ammo and full stamina. Alex?
Fun fact about.
Oh, go ahead.
The fun fact about this boss is that he does a little jump attack, and it used to actually jump in tight space, which meant he could jump off the cliff if you tricked him just the right way.
That's pretty cool.
We fixed that when I accidentally did that. Yes.
Power of the power of the power of the swag.
Destroyed that game.
What just happened?
Shotguns happened.
Rap, double tap.
That blundered for us.
That's actually my favorite boss too, because I figured out how to do that quick kill. So I feel like it's my boss in the speed run.
You've taken it from us now.
He was called the General, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this room is full of puppies.
It's also
I don't
probably
really
the most
like
dangerous
puppies.
room in the game. As soon as you go towards that module, 3 of them just come out of the woods right at you.
All right, Wolf. You just run in circles for a bit.
He's confused.
So we're going to go to the south next. You actually have to do south last because you need to update or lower the towers, or raise the towers.
Yeah, it won't open until you get all the other 3. There's sort of three mini bosses kind of in this area. There's our dog friend again. What does he symbolize?
This room has trouble loading my chains for some reason.
How do you guys feel about like all the fan interpretations of what the story means? Because it's so abstract with no dialogue and just a few pictures to sort of explain what's happening in each of the 4 environments.
I love it. I think, one of the intentions around the design is to get people talking about it and interpreting it how they see fit. So it's kind of great to see some of the more in-depth theories about what's happening and what these characters mean.
Has anyone gotten it correct?
Nobody's gotten it fully correct, but there's definitely points that people have hit on
Nice.
that are correct. So it's a mixture of things, but there's some crazy theories out there that I was like, whoa, how do you interpret
Yeah,
that?
right?
But I love it. It's great.
So there's Alex on the internet like, petting his dog in his lap and giggling and being like,
Oh!
fools. Ooh.
Oops.
Watching you die.
That's okay, there's a save somewhere around here. Ooh.
I think this is the area where the robots start to become a lot more prevalent, and a lot of the environment art kind of alludes to manufacturing of these creatures, which is interesting.
Ooh.
Ooh,
How did you
Whoa.
not die?
that was dangerous.
All right. Hey, look, a module.
It's
You
totally
should collect it.
Totally a module.
Surprise!
Oh no, it's a mean robot.
Whoa.
cool.
He got away.
No. Oh, there he goes. And you don't even get an actual module for it.
Poor guy.
Now, those yellow things that he drops are called bits, I think. And you can use them to buy upgrades in the shops in the hub area. But since he already has them, we don't really need them. In any percent, you have to get 3 full bit squares in order to buy the chain dash after the first area.
You may be wondering why I'm leaving. Well,
Why are we leaving?
you'll see. With another screen transition clip, I can actually get behind the next boss and get to him much earlier than intended.
Oh, you
What?
sneaky snake. How sneakily sneaky of you.
Is this the scythe boss?
No, this is Bullet Baker.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good name.
Makes bullets.
Just like Mom used to make.
Delicious.
Yeah. Fresh bullets in the morning.
And then he throws them at you, and it's really neat.
Whoa.
Watch out, Bullet Baker. He's gonna shoot you with your own bullets.
What a way to die.
Peace.
He never had a chance.
That's the idea. We out. So there's 2 more bosses in this area. There's 8 total in the game. I forgot to mention that. Oh, I missed. You can activate elevators and other objects while you're sliding, and then it just teleports you back to it. So the drifter just kind of slides through the floor.
Or are there 15 bosses in the game?
If there are, then I'm doing the wrong category.
What?
Oh.
What?
Going through walls.
That block skip.
Bye, Charles.
We call that guy
Charles?
Charles.
That's what we
his name's
named him.
Charles. He likes to shoot
I
you
guess
with
he looks like
bazookas.
Charles.
Poor Charles.
Truck. The truck.
Oops.
If you
Oop.
dash too fast there, then you can miss the platforms.
Mulligan.
Too fast, too dash.
Too fast, too dash, Hyperlight Drifter.
There's a lot of areas like that that are sort of hinted with level design, and if you dash through them, then you'll get to secret areas like that. You can see that little tiny rectangular platform that was like, you can stand here, and then the camera might pan over to show you a little bit. And there's invisible platforms you can walk on.
Nope. All right. A couple rooms away from the next boss. This next boss is called the Archer. I call her Sterling. She's a female robot. Isn't that right, Alex?
It's true. It's a lady bot.
We have a $100 donation here from St. Connor. Couldn't make it this year, but extremely
Lots
happy to
have no
see
gender,
Hyperlight Drifter getting lots of love. Shout outs to Alex and Teddy and the rest of the Hyperlight Drifter
Rarely.
crew for making an amazing game. And I can't wait to see your next project.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Not so bad for these bosses.
Yeah.
They are getting wrecked.
Oh, I didn't skip this one. Oh, well.
The plinking combat strategy really simplifies a lot of it.
Yeah, apparently.
How early in development did you guys discover that? Or was it only until you saw the speedrun?
The plinking.
Yeah.
Blinking, we didn't know about it until after release.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good addition, I think.
It made sense. Like it's like in the way that we know we coded the Drifter, there's a lot of timers and things happening simultaneously. It's not a very rigid state-based thing. We wanted things to overlap and to be a little bit organic. So
Right.
it
Yeah,
wasn't a huge
flexibility.
surprise,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Flexibility and control is, one of my favorite things in games so that you can master it.
Yeah, there was that really big surprise when we realized that you could dash chain and then skid and then fire your gun while skidding, and that was unintentional like this.
And then we made sure that we left it in. Because then you could shoot yourself off a cliff, and it was great.
Oh, yeah.
On our way to the last boss of this area. In my opinion, he's the most dangerous. I'm not here. You don't see me. Okay, we're gone.
This old guy, he's not the most dangerous.
You guys call him Mark Scythe, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
So we had backers that donated to a certain tier on Kickstarter, and they got to design some bosses.
Oh, cool.
So that's what these folks are, and they're named after the backers actually in code.
Oh, that's super cool.
Oops. This is my least favorite room in the entire game.
There's some invisible walls and ways that the dash will try to auto aim you to certain platforms and enemies that make it really difficult.
Wait for
We
the
survived it
save.
just fine. Now there is one strategy where you can actually trick that boss into getting up behind the barrier up there and make him fall off the edge and
Goodbye.
just kill him instantly.
Oops. Once again, teleport away from the cutscene, back to town. And now we have to go say hi to our good friend, Mr. Snuffles.
Mr. Snuffles, the source of all of this coughing and sneezing our drifter friend does.
He needs some antihistamines.
I can't believe they guessed Mr. Snuffles' name correctly.
Yeah, that's perfect. They know exactly who he is.
We're gonna take a selfie while you ride down this
Oh,
elevator.
I don't have my phone, so no.
You can use mine.
Eh,
Yeah.
too late. I'm sorry, Teddy. I failed you.
Next time.
So you see this this whole city underneath the area, the above ground area. You can kind of see the skyscrapers poking out in various sections of the level. Is that intentional in that you guys have a the map for the when you're in an underground area looks totally different from the above ground map in sort of
Yes.
aesthetics?
Yeah.
Be really careful dashing on these stairs because there's the way the walls and the stairs work is kind of strange, and it's really easy to fall off when you dash down there.
I never was good at geometry.
It's too bad.
Oops.
It's not a speed game unless you can run into walls.
Right. Let's just let this fight happen.
This takes more than 6 seconds.
Maybe it'll take 10 seconds to kill.
Yeah. This is distracting.
Ooh.
And there we go.
Mr. Snuffles.
Easy every time.
All right. Time is coming up in like 50 seconds. So if you've seen Ori and the Blind Forest, which is next, you know that you lose, time ends when you lose control of your character. At this point in the game, all I can do is hold down. Any other input will cause the drifter to cough. There's 3 scripted coughs happen there, and a couple more spots.
It's an interesting bit of storytelling through inputs. Is that that's all you can do now is walk and cough. And if you try to make him do anything else, he'll just come off.
You may notice that this is not where I came from.
Where
Get
are we
ready on
going?
time. Almost. And time.
That
This
was a
is one of my
33-16.
favorite songs in the game.
33:16. Nice. My personal best is 31:14. Pretty good. Do I have time to show off one trick after this cutscene? Cool. No? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you, Alex and Teddy, for joining us
thanks so
today.
much.
It's been a pleasure talking with you guys again.
Thanks for running it.
Yeah, thanks for having us and showing us how to play our game for real.
If you guys haven't already played this game, you definitely should check it out. It's a lot of fun. You should probably get that.
All right, that was Hyper Light Drifter with Munchakoopas and the dev team. Thank you so much. The Ori and the Blind Forest bid incentive and bid war has been closed. And the Oreo run is the winner. So we'll be seeing the Oreo run instead of the 0 XP for the